Chewie? Chewie, is that you?
Chewie transformed me.
How's everybody doing today? I made it. I got turned around in Dallas and I was headed to the wrong county, really far away. And then I thought, no, this doesn't seem right. And then I checked my GPS where I was going and I had to go the opposite way, and I made it just by sundown. The gates to the cemetery closed right at sundown. But this was a location I wanted to visit no matter what. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've worn my Chewbacca t-shirt just to even take it a little further, just to show you. This isn't just for an act. My Chewbacca socks, hard to see them. There you go. Those are a gift from somebody who knows how much of a Star Wars fan I am. A friend, and Chewbacca is my favorite character. Yes. So the actor who played Chewbacca is Peter Mayhew, 7'3". And I wanted to come out and visit his grave for so long. He's buried here in Texas. And he's a British actor. He's buried in Texas. Isn't that bizarre? Well, he married a Texan. And this is somewhat outside of the Fort Worth area. So it's a little town called Azleland. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. And it's really kind of on the outskirts. But it's really peaceful and really quiet. And I'm going to show you where he's buried. He's buried in an unmarked grave as well. It's not marked yet. I don't know if they have plans to. I'm not sure. It's kind of difficult to find, but just come right in the front of the cemetery all the way to the back and you're going to see this. There's a picture on findagrave.com and you can tell where the grave is by that tree. Now, this is another marker you can look for right here. This is right on the pathway towards Peter Mayhew's grave. Peter Mayhew was in 5 Star Wars films. He was in Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, and The Force Awakens. Now, he was working as a hospital attendant when he was discovered by a producer and cast in Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. That was his first role. So I'm not sure if he was an actor before that or not. But his burial site is right here. Did you know that in Star Wars, the original Star Wars, 1977, Chewbacca was supposed to be 200 years old? 200. And David Prowse, who was a bodybuilder, was originally cast to play Chewbacca. And then he changed his mind and said he wanted to play Darth Vader. So George Lucas went with Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca. Yes, so there is another grave right here. But he's actually right here beside the tree. Like I said, just right down this long pathway at the very back of the cemetery is where Peter Mayhew is. In the 3 original films, the Chewbacca suit was made of yak hair and mohair, and then, which was very uncomfortable. And then for Revenge of the Sith, they made it out of more comfortable materials for Peter Mayhew. He was an author as well. He wrote 2 books, Growing Up Giant and My Favorite Giant. Growing Up Giant explains that being different is a strength, not a weakness. And My Favorite Giant is an anti-bullying book. Now, did you know that the only way you can kind of recognize that Peter Mayhew is in the Chewbacca costume is by the blue eyes? Because those are Peter Mayhew's own eyes. They didn't wear contacts or anything for Chewbacca. And he became a naturalized citizen, I believe in 2015. I think it was 2015. And he joked that he didn't get a medal. He became, you know, that's a reference to, because Chewbacca didn't get a medal at the end of Star Wars like Luke and Han. So Peter Mayhew had a good sense of humor. It's pretty funny. Now, there is no headstone here, like I said. Thinking there'll probably one at some point. I think this is the newest grave, this one right here. And as you know, I usually bring out a rock to each grave that I visit as a sign of, I've been there, and of respect and remembrance. But for Chewbacca, one of my favorite all-time characters of any movie, I'm a Star Wars freak, and if you're watching this video, I think you probably are too. I'm gonna put this right here for Peter Mayhew. Oh, that's good. There you go. That's a good shot. Okay.
Chewie, we're home.
Standing guard. The Chewbacca figurine came with a Wookiee bowcaster, which is like the crossbow that Chewbacca uses. I don't know where it is. It fell somewhere in the car. I wanted to leave it with the Chewbacca figurine, but it's like that big. I don't know where it is. Give you one. Here's another look here. I'm just not sure exactly. I think he's laid this way. Like I said, he was 7'3", so I'm hoping I put it in the right place. I'm trying to be careful to walk around, but you can see where the fresh dirt is with the grass around this plot here. And there's a little grass in between the next one. So if you come out here, like always, I always say just try to kind of walk around, be careful. But sometimes you are going to step on a grave when you're in a cemetery. And it's not, I don't find it disrespectful. Sometimes it happens. People will sit on graves at cemeteries for their family members, and they spread out and have picnics. You know, it spreads out over other people's graves. It happens. At least people are here keeping them company. That's the way I look at it. Just made it. Wow. Gates are about to close. Kind of close. But this was worth it. This was really worth coming out here. Thanks for watching. All right, from Azleland, Texas, just outside of Fort Worth. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Azleland, Texas. Azleland. Maybe someone can correct me in the comments. Yeah, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, one of your favorite characters of all time. All right. Not the greatest, but it's the best I got. There he is behind me. Chewbacca. All right. May the Force be with you. Peace.